I'm Christopher Hine, and today I'm going to talk to you guys a little more about Roppo no Kamae and why it's not a weird thing at all, and it's a very, very natural thing, but we kind of think of it as this special, extra weird stance or something. Like, I don't know, I myself, and speaking for myself, I have spent a lot of times really going into the complexity of the special way you've got to stand in and really talking about why it's a special stance, and it's absolutely not. I feel kind of dumb that it took me as many years as it did to kind of understand how very natural and normal it is and why we don't need to talk about it like it's a special crazy thing. And I'm going to show you how I talk about it now. So I'm going to get Josh out here. We're going to go to work. Josh? All right, let's talk about Roppo no Kamae. Again, this is part of my, I really want to call Roppo no Kamae by what I think it's his proper name and not by Hanmi. Hanmi is a relative position, how you align to someone else, and Roppo no Kamae is how we stand in Aikido, which is, let's do it together because it'll look cool. Okay, so this thing, right? So this is Roppo no Kamae. Roppo no Kamae just means six-way stance, meaning you can move in all six directions: forward, backward, left, right, up, down, right? So you can move in all the directions. It's the way we stand in Aikido. Now look, I spent a lot of time really going like, oh, it's this special precise thing where, you know, if you drug your front foot back, it would hit the middle of your back foot, and you know, these things, and sometimes having a hard time explaining it to people. Like, people would have a hard time getting the concept, and, you know, me talking about it, and I think it was only hard because I talked about it in such a weirdo way, right? As being weird, right? So look, one of the games, and I think I've shown it on this channel. If not, I think it's on my YouTube page because I use it all the time, which is basically the setting up ma'ai thing, right? And so we both stand square and we set up ma'ai. Did you just move outside of ma'ai? Okay. So our ma'ai distance here, right? And we play this game where someone comes in and tries to touch your shoulder, right, like this, and they try to get out of the way. Okay. Now it's good because it explains why our ma'ai is the way it is, and lets them understand the amount of time it takes to get out of the way and all this stuff. All right, now if you let people play it long enough, what happens is the guy trying to tag starts going like this, right? And then the more they get like that, the other person wants to start going like this. Now, no matter how much I tell them to stand square, they always start going into that position. Because basically what they're doing is they're going into Hanmi, okay? Now, you might not think that at first because you know Hanmi is this special position, but if you take a step forward, you just went in Hanmi, right? Look, it's real simple. If I take a step forward, ball of my foot's on the ground, and then I rotate my foot in, I just landed in Hanmi. So it is easier for us to go forward and backward faster if one foot is in front of the other. It just gives us an advantage. And so that's why when you're playing this kind of game and you're trying to go forward or go back, this is what you do, right? So that's why if we're attacking someone or dealing with someone or getting out of the way of someone, we should have one foot forward because we're faster in that plane. Now, if we're going sideways, we're faster with our feet like this, right? So if I want to shuffle to this side or this side, my feet are faster this way. So this makes perfect sense. I want to go this way, makes good sense, right? So there's nothing mysterious about it. It's really simple. All Roppo no Kamae is take a step forward and turn your heel, and you're now in Roppo no Kamae. It's real simple. It's just you're starting to take a foot forward. Then if you turn this foot sideways, you get a little stability going this way, and you can change to that plane. So there are some advantages to standing in specifically that way, but that is the essence of it. There's nothing radically mysterious about it. And so I find now that letting go of talking about it like this really special way you have to stand makes my life a lot easier. And it makes it easier for my students to actually grasp the concept of why they put a foot forward instead of thinking that they've got to stand in this special stance that does some kind of magical thing, right? Because there is no magic. It's just a biomechanic, makes you move better this way, and that's why you should stand that way in these kinds of situations. So I hope that kind of shook this out a little bit. I think it was good. So we'll see you in some future videos. I'm Christopher Hines, Joshua T. My salon of McDaniel's right over there, studiously looking through that lens and trying to capture the image that we all know she can capture. So we'll see you in some future videos. Thanks.